Welcome to Yap Island, the podcast talking all things romance, but where the hosts can never agree on what's toxic. I'm Amanda.
I'm Antonia.
And today we're talking all things Heated Rivalry, episode 4, Rose. Little bit of housekeeping. We might yap all the way to the cottage, so if you haven't finished, pause here, come back later. I've read all the books. Antonia has read none. We might mention them, but not too much. We will swear, but if you are watching Heated Rivalry, my guess is you're absolutely fine with that. Lastly, follow us everywhere, please, if you could. On the podcast platform that you're listening to now, hit the little bell icon so you get notified. We're also on Insta, TikTok, and Threads at Yap Island Pod. Okay, should we get going?
Let's go.
Before we start, I do want to just set the scene for anybody that might not have listened to previous episodes. So we started on episode 1. Antonia's stance on this whole show was that Ilya was slightly toxic and he was giving the orders and Shane was just following them. But I think after the Vegas episode, the dragging the chair, I think you're more leaning towards Shane actually has a lot of power in this dynamic. Ilya has a lot of reasons, a lot of background that might lead into.
No, it's true. I'm definitely leaning more on Shane has a lot of power. Ilya is just trying to understand who he is and trying to, work through all the pain that he has and then using the coping mechanisms that he knows to be in that relationship, to be in any kind of relationship.
In any relationship. I think Ilya is like a classic. The tools that you build when you're a kid to keep you safe from the environment that you're in as a child can cause you harm as an adult, but it takes you...
So fucking true.
You don't know that though, because you're so used to, but it kept me safe. And it takes you a long time to dismantle them, even recognize them so that you can dismantle them so that you can actually receive healthy love and be in a healthy relationship. But he still has a little bit of a ways to go on that front.
I do have a lot of love for him and I really understand where he's coming from now more than before. And I also understand Shane and his home and his own, not like difficulties. I don't know if that's the best word, but I also understand why sometimes he doesn't pick up a few things, even though when there's too many times, there should be a point where
I think we didn't touch on it last time that Shane needs things spelled out. He can't parse the subtext, especially not in the moment. One of our listeners did point out that we do know it's been confirmed by both Hudson Williams, who plays Shane, and Rachel Reid, who wrote Shane, that Shane is autistic. We didn't touch on that last time, and I'll be honest, I think I was a little bit nervous that I maybe wouldn't know enough about autism to talk about it delicately. So we probably won't go into it too much, but I did just want to acknowledge that we do understand that Shane is autistic and that will play into his ability to read facial expressions, parse the subtext, because Ilya cannot say what he wants or needs straight up.
Can't. He can't. Even if he's asked, which we go through on episode 5. Even when he's asked directly, he still doesn't say right away.
No.
So, both of them are a bit like this. More Ilya than him.
Yeah.
But
it's a masterclass in miscommunication.
Because, look here if you want to see what not to do.
No, I mean, a masterclass in giving us miscommunication that doesn't piss us off, because
okay, fair enough.
Spoiler for Onyx Storm, if you haven't read the Fourth Wing series, skip ahead 20 seconds. But in the third book of Fourth Wing, there's a lot of actually in Iron Flame as well, there's a lot of those two main characters miscommunicating, and by the end of it we get sick of it because it's a little bit shoehorned. We don't believe that these characters would still be having the same argument and still have such a lack of understanding of the other person's wants and needs or point of view. But with Shane and Ilya, I believe it. I believe 100% this isn't a plot device. Like, it obviously is, but it's a plot device done so well that it doesn't feel like one But also in real life, yeah, please don't communicate with your partner the way that Shane and Ilya communicate with each other.
Yeah, please don't. Also, like, don't go for 3 years. 3 years.
Yes.
Another 3 years. I don't know if it's in this episode. Is it in this episode?
So I think we covered 2 years in this episode, but it's like, I think it's the end of 2016. This episode finishes. So we start in 2014, we end it at the end of 2016, and they are somehow in a worse position. So the last time we saw these two guys
Wow.
was Shane in an elevator. We didn't even kiss. And Ilya looking so dejected and so deflated on his bed in Vegas. And I do feel like, because obviously we have the skip episode in between that and this. And I kind of forgive Jacob Tierney a little bit, because I feel like he said, right, we went on a side quest after we didn't even kiss, but I'm going to make it up with you, or make it up to you with this opening montage, because we get a lot of them. We cover, I think, 2 years in this opening montage again. It turns out that they managed to recover from the Vegas chair. And
yeah, well, yeah, in terms of we are talking again, but they're not really talking.
No, they're hooking up. They're just, every time they're in the same city, they are hooking up.
Yes.
But I do feel like their text messages are leaps and bounds from their text messages at the start of episode 2. Because they're joking with each other. Like, they are
and I mean, Shane is replying. That's a big...
Although by the end of it, we're kind of back to Shane being distracted by his commercial shoots, being distracted. I think he's out running with Hayden, and Hayden like kind of nudges him because he's on his phone, and so he like puts his phone away. So again, we start off with Ilya's probably in charge after the chair scene, and Ilya's the one sort of setting the scene. But by the end of it, Ilya's back to being an anxious boy, because he starts off, he's in the club, another club, women, another woman. But by the end of the third summer, like he's not interested in these women. He
really isn't.
No,
not even a bit. And it just shows that he just can't say it, and then I think he just doesn't want to unpack the reason for that to be happening. But he really has big feelings for Shane. He just like mentally and physically just feel like he can be with another person.
I do think that a lot of this has to do with Ilya's feelings or lack of feelings of worthiness. But I do also think there's like a massive, they do not believe that this could work. And I guess, you know, in that mindset, if you think that you can't have something, saying out loud that you want it makes the fact that you can't have it even worse. Because there's no players in the NHL that are openly gay.
Yeah.
The rivalry that has been set up between them is so extreme that I genuinely think he's trying to protect himself because of all of the reasons, external and internal, that he thinks I can't have this. So there's no point in me even thinking about it. There's no point in me even imagining a scenario where we can be. There's no point in me telling Shane, because that will make it worse. Because whatever Shane says, they still can't be together. And so I think the pain of then not being together after you've said that, I think it's worse.
Yeah, I do agree. I think it is worse. But yeah, I didn't pick up like that. It's interesting because I just thought he just couldn't be with anyone else besides Shane.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I think he does, but I think he's not ready to have that conversation with himself. So he's like, I'm not interested in these women because I just want him, but I also can't really have him. And so he's stuck in this limbo in between. Also, quick shout out to all of the tank tops. Not tank tops, vest tops. Is it a tank top? I have no idea. I don't know men's fashion.
Yeah, but beautiful. Yeah, it's a kind of a vest anyway.
It's a vest, yeah. I generally would not look twice at a man who wore a vest out in public with nothing on the top of it. And yet somehow every time he comes on screen, I'm like, praise be to the wardrobe department who said this man's shoulders shall always be uncovered.
Need to be shown. Yeah.
Also shout out to his in real life stylist, because I think he got the memo that we love the shoulders. Secondly, shout out to Una because she might be his mom, but she is also going to make sure that his wet t-shirt is fully sticking to his chest.
Yes.
Like the way she actually pats his t-shirt to make it stick to his pecs more. Every time I see it, cracks me up.
Yeah, I think the first time I've seen, I was like, oh, let me check who is doing this again. And it was his mom.
It was Una. She is like, give me that money. I love her. This is the 2 years that he wins the Stanley Cup. And I'm like,
yes.
You know.
Oh, and you can see that, like, Ilya was like, oh, I lost, I'm gutted. But he isn't gutted.
No.
He actually is so, he loves that he wins. He loves that. Like, I mean, he would like to win, but he's also so in love with Shane that he just wants everything, like, the best for him. And
yeah. It's very much, if I can't win, I'm so happy it was you.
Yes.
Also, is this the hottest that Shane has ever looked? You know the bit where they're in the changing room and they're like spraying the champagne and all he wants to do is text Ilya. I don't know what this scene does to me, but it makes me feral. I think this is the hottest Shane is in the entire show.
True.
It's the backwards baseball cap. I don't know why.
Completely true. Yes.
And remember how I completely slagged off Scott's like skin tight top when he's running? Put skin tight top on Hudson Williams, throw some champagne on it to make it even tighter, and I die. R.I.P. me. I died dead. So many iconic moments, and it is again just the opening credits. Jake Tooney, this man leaves no gaps. Then
really well done.
And we
go to the scene.
Hayden at the aquarium. I actually really like this.
Yes. I love that the kids are like, oh, can you take his baby? And I'm like, you should know that he doesn't have a kid. But
yeah, especially at that age, you get so obsessed with your famous crushes. Like, you know everything about them. I also really like that we get it established here that that Shane is not dating women because Hayden can't even like name the women that Shane was with last, and then he tries to set him up with I'm annoyed at
yoga.
Hayden. A yoga instructor, because if you've never seen your best friend of 7 years be with a woman with any like longevity or any interest, and I just don't think Shane is going out to the clubs and hooking up with women just for the show of it all. And so the idea that it never crossed Hayden's mind that it might be because Shane is gay, like, my guy, if he's not hooking up with women, like, the two things that should enter your head is like, one, he might be asexual, and two, he might be gay. And you still think, like, let me try to hook him up with a yoga instructor? Come on,
yes. Do you think he was trying to get information? I'm not sure, honestly. It's just a genuine question. Do you think he was just trying to put it out and see his reaction?
Like trying to get him to start talking about it?
Yes.
Girl, you're giving Hayden way too much credit.
Yeah, no, I do think in a later stage in this episode, when Ilya is doing, I think he's trying to get information. But I don't know if Hayden is doing that.
No, I think that's... I like Hayden. A lot of people don't. I do like him. I think he's really funny, but I think he's just a bit of a himbo. I don't think there's many thoughts going through his head.
No, I think it's probably just that man thing of, I've never really seen him in a long relationship. It's probably because that's the other thing, and that we went over a little bit in the previous episodes, that Shane is really intense with hockey. He really is on, I only have 2 weeks to actually relax. And even during those 2 weeks, I doubt that he actually drinks a lot, that he goes out every day. Like, he's really intense about it. I'm sure that he's also one of those people, which he also says in the show, during the normal time when he's supposed to be playing games in a normal season, I doubt that he goes out and drink. Or like even just a normal drink, he doesn't. Hayden could also be thinking, this guy just doesn't have any opportunity to actually meet anyone because he's so intense about. I'm not saying that he shouldn't. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that in his mind, he probably just thinks, I just need to actually find someone for him because he doesn't have the
It's not his
capacity.
priority.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
his priority. Exactly. So it could be one of those things. And yeah.
You're so gracious.
No. And I do think sometimes men have that thing of they don't talk about their issues. So he wouldn't even know any issue that Shane has
What do you
with
mean?
women. No, I'm saying that because sometimes men just don't talk about any real problem that they are going through.
Oh,
I don't think that Hayden would some of the things that Shane is going through. Not like about being gay. I'm just like about any issues with if he had any woman. I don't think he would know that any issues with woman, any issues with finding woman. Like he wouldn't know anything about that. So for him to then give him like recommend someone, I think he just thought, oh, it's just because this guy never has anyone, so let me just find someone for him. You know?
yeah. So, so you think that Hayden imagines that there probably is something going on, but he wouldn't know about it because men don't talk about that. So, like, whether it be struggling
Yeah.
to meet women or um, you struggling to move on to the next stage. If you do meet a woman, you think that like there's in his head there's probably something going on with Shane around that, but because they don't talk about their feelings, like he wouldn't know what the thing is, and so he'll just try to fix it with this yoga instructor that
Yeah.
knows them and they can
I think so.
nudge along.
Also, actually, another layer to this one. It could also just be coming from his wife.
True. I'm also disappointed in Jackie though. I feel like they're quite close and she should know better too.
You know what? I wouldn't surprise if it was Jackie actually like, let me just say and see the feedback that I get from this.
Best friend that I don't have to worry about though, and a best friend who definitely knows what's going on is Svetlana, right?
I love.
When Ilya's watching Shane's cottage documentary and Svetlana comes in and he's like, oh, this is boring. I almost fell asleep.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she knows, right?
I don't know if she knows that they have something, but that response definitely gave her a clue that there's something there.
Yeah.
And then because I think afterwards, I think it's in this episode afterwards, they're also having conversations, and then
In the
she says
car?
that she likes it. Might be, I don't. Sorry, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm mixing things, but I think she mentioned Shane, and once again, this man is a bit on the defense. So
I think the bit that you're talking about, there's two bits. So at this point, they then get in a car to go to a club, and she asks if he's seeing anyone, and he tries to deflect by like, "Are you jealous?" She's like, "You know me better than that." And then she says, "What about this Jane?" And this is straight after like Shane's cottage clip. And she says, "Well, you've been texting for like back and forth for years, and I thought maybe it was serious." And he says, "Oh, it's not serious." And so then she says, Sasha says hi. And I
oh yeah, that scene was
definitely
also.
think that's her saying, I know Jane is a man. I know that you fuck men. And I think at this point, she has put together that Jane is Shane.
Do you think? But with what else?
Well,
Just
why
from that.
else would she say Sasha says hi? There's no other reason to say Sasha says hi unless it's to remind him, dude, I know you hook up with men.
Oh
Maybe she
yeah,
doesn't know that Jane is Shane, but she definitely knows Jane is a guy.
That one. Yeah, I do agree with that. I'm just not sure on the her knowing that it's Shane. That's why I was asking. Why do you think she think? Ah, okay.
Because I mean, they think they're being really clever, right? But Shane.
Yeah.
And she just caught him watching Shane's documentary.
That's the thing. I do think, because I think the scene that I was thinking, I think it's episode 5 actually. But yeah, I do think in episode 5 she knows it's Shane.
When they're on the bed.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
Oh, she for sure knows at that point it's Shane.
Definitely. There's no.
Yeah. But also, why would he have to hide? Because Svetlana is so smart. She's so emotionally intelligent as well. Why would he have to hide from her that he's dating
You're
a man.
so right.
Unless it's a
Yes.
man that can't be outed. And who's a man that can't
Yes.
be outed? His rival hockey player.
I mean, any one of the hockey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone in the hockey world. But for it to be so tense that he can't even tell her who this person is.
True. Because the thing is, they're really friends. You wouldn't actually he trusts
No, he could
her.
trust her. Like, yeah, he could trust her 100%. But I think the reason that he hasn't told her is not that he can't trust her. It's because it's Shane's secret at that point. It's not his to share. So
yeah, so true.
Yeah, my girl is on it. She, again, the women in this show are carrying everything.
They're carrying everything. Yes. I do love that she brings Jane, and you really like this Jane, and you're like, no, I don't.
It's like, nothing serious. Sure, Ilya is simple for me, grows enough.
Boring stuff. You know, one thing that I find really funny is that everyone says he's boring, but then Rose says, you're really fun. And I'm like, really funny guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is he? I don't think he's hilarious sometimes
Shane
when
is
he
so
actually
funny.
He's really so funny when he actually know that person. He knows what to say.
Yeah.
It's not boring at all, but I do like that everyone says that, but then Rose says, no, it's really funny.
He is so funny. And I think you're right. He does need to have a relationship with the person before he has that. And in fact, the only two people that we see him almost be like instantly calm and like being able to like, have a conversation is Rose and Ilya.
With the Hayden as well. Well,
no, he's quite awkward with Hayden at the beginning. Remember when Hayden asked if he
no,
wants
that's
to
so
come for
true,
dinner, and he's super awkward about his diet, and he doesn't know if he should say yes, but he doesn't know. Yeah, he's so awkward with Hayden at the beginning.
Yeah. Agree. Yeah. But yeah, with Rose, it kind of came instantly. Yeah, we do have to talk later about that, sitting at a table that you don't even know and then just start talking out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I would be like, bye, I'm sorry, my mistake. I would be so, oh my God, this is so awkward.
Same. I would shit my pants, have verbal diarrhea, and then make the quickest exit that you've ever seen.
Exactly.
I would not be saying goodbye to JJ. I would be going straight to the exit. Do not pass go. Do not collect £200.
And then I would be messaging my friends. So this happened.
Yeah.
So awkward.
Bury me. Just bury me now.
Find me a hole. Now.
Oh, before we get there though, we have to have the most heartbreaking sequence of events that I think this show puts us through. I think this is the episode that actually destroys my soul a tiny bit. I mean, it starts off really funny though, because
the Tuna Melt,
Hayden is slagging Shane about the texting a girl named Lily, and Shane forgets that that's exactly the cover people are supposed to think, and he's like, no, I'm not. My guy, this is why Ilya is called Lily, so that you cannot be texting somebody, and so you can talk about this person that you're texting if anybody notices. Yeah, the way he stands, he's in the ugliest outfit, and again, that's a shout out to the wardrobe department.
Closed up.
He's so stiff. He's so nervous. Little feet are like pointing towards each other. Like,
yes.
How are you like the
honestly?
Best player?
It looks like I've done something bad and going teacher. So
it is. It's like he's at school. He's hoping that he won't get caught.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shane. Such a cutie, yes.
Oh my God, he's hilarious again when he gets to fucking Ilya's front door. I think we're supposed to understand from this whole thing that this is the first time he's ever been to Ilya's house, because he like knocks on the wall, he rings the bell, and he knocks on the door. And I'm sorry, Shane, are you blind? Because Ilya does this little sexy little walk, he fixes his hair, he opens the door topless, looking better than anyone in the world has ever had a right to look. And Shane is like, wow, who's your architect? Dude, I don't, this man could live in a shack and I wouldn't even have noticed
Yeah.
at this point because he,
But we know how Shane is about business. He's Mr. Businessman and he's Mr. Real Estate.
Mr. Landlord.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Landlord.
True, but genuinely, Shane, I have never related to you less. The whole house could be on fire and I wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Nah, me neither. Also, I'm bringing those windows. I'm sorry. They want to hide, but those damn windows anyone can see.
Girl, no. That garden has hedges higher than a...
Ah,
there's
okay.
no, there's no way.
Well,
Because those windows for
they are
sure
really
go into
rich.
his garden. Yeah. And rich people, this is from my time being obsessed with selling Sunset. But all of those like gigantic mansion houses have like they always plant super tall trees.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And then, okay, right. I know
We
it's
start.
not quite the same, but when he lifts, because you know I fucking love when any man lifts up another man, but he like lifts him onto the counter.
Oh yes, it's hot. It's so hot.
My heart.
And I do love that he's like, should we talk? Or I don't know if he says or, but like,
He
is
does.
a talk or something? And then it says, no, talk later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I definitely think this is a tactic because I do think that everything that happens, Ilya has planned all of this. Like Ilya he knows what he has in mind. He knows that he's going to ask Shane to stay. He's already prepped the tuna melt ingredients. I don't think he's going to have like a proper conversation. I think he's going to try and sort of figure out, are you seeing somebody else? I'm not seeing somebody else. Let's snuggle. And so I think the reason that when Shane says, should we talk? And Ilya says no after, I think that this is because he wants Shane to be happy before he starts all of the other things.
Okay.
And the best way to get Shane happy is to get him happy.
It could be. I also think he does prefer. I think in terms of preference, he would prefer to have sex before.
Yeah, I think it's both. I think Ilya can't keep his hands off him, and so he wouldn't want to wait at all to have Shane.
Right.
But I also think it does play into his plan to like make this man comfy and happy and satiated before he tries to like do some digging. Quickly followed, we go from the counter to Cowboy Shane, which so this was going around threads for weeks before I clocked what it was. Everybody kept talking about Cowboy Shane, and everybody kept talking about how they got put in jail for a threads jail for Cowboy Shane. And I kept thinking, is there a meme? Has somebody like photoshopped a cowboy hat on Shane at some point?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand what is this cowboy thing.
Right, okay. I'm so glad it wasn't just me because people kept saying this and I was so confused. I was like, is there a Photoshop edit out there that I haven't seen?
No, I was like, you probably tell me, so let me just continue because you'll probably tell me what is this cowboy thing.
I love this. I feel a lot less silly. It's basically because Shane has raided Ilya, so he's in the cowboy position.
Oh my days, is it because of that? Okay.
And people kept posting that scene on threads, which was obviously a violation of the community guidelines or whatever. And so they kept going to threads jail, but they were like, I love this scene so much, I don't care. And do you know what? Same. I love this so And it's not just the Cowboy Shane, it's the way Ilya flips him so that Shane is then on his back, but they stay connected. Or I think that's what we're supposed to
I really love that specific part of him holding, and there's no disconnection.
There's no disconnection.
No.
And he's so gentle.
Fluid.
Like, Shane does not get jostled or hurt or anything in any way.
It's so hot.
And then we get Ilya saying, or you could stay, when Shane says, I should leave.
Yeah. the actor, Connor, I love how just in that small part, you could see a little bit of fear and then so much desire for him to stay. And the happiness when Shane said, yes, I can stay. 3 feelings there that he was able, with just small bits, he was able to tell you that whole story. I love that.
Honestly,
no notes.
Both of these actors are just outstanding because we see that he's terrified to say this. The desire to have Shane stay is bigger than the fear that Shane will say no. And then he deflects. So he's like soft and gentle, but then he deflects with, "Is Hayden your mother?" To Shane's excuse. Oh no. But then he softens again. He's like, "We have afternoon game tomorrow." And it's the little stay. You feel the need from him just in that one word.
Longer.
Yeah.
Yes.
And am I right in thinking, again, we don't see this on the screen, so I'm going to assume that we're right, but this is the first time they'll ever have snuggled, right? They would.
I do think so. I don't think in the episode 2, the apartment scene, there's a bit of them together talking, but it's so short, and then he just goes take a shower and then goes.
Yeah.
So I think this is the first time they actually just snuggle and stay really lovey-dovey, and it's just so cute to see.
Ilya watching him sleep destroys me every time.
Every time. Every time.
He's so besotted. But then he pretends like he just woke up too, so that he doesn't freak Shane out. Because I'm sure if Shane woke up and realised that Ilya was staring at him in his sleep, Shane would have freaked out.
It was just like freak out over everything.
Freaked out over nothing.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Ilya pretends that he just woke up too.
Yeah.
And then we get to... you like tuna melts? Make one for myself. I can make 2. I just
please, for me too. Thank you.
Like I want honestly, the way he's trying to be nonchalant of like, I'm hungry, I'm eating a tuna melt. If like it's no bother to make you one too. But he obviously prepared too. He pulls out Tupperware. He's not opening a can of tuna. He prepped the fucking tuna.
And I love that Shane is like, you do tuna melt?
Shane is so confused. I honestly think like from this point until Shane leaves, his overarching emotion is confusion. Like he cannot fathom why Ilya Rozanov, the star center for the Boston Raiders, is making him a tuna melt. After 8 years of knowing each other, they have snuggled, and now he's cooking food for him and taking care of him. And he also hands him, because Shane comes in those ugly jeans, and Ilya hands him tracky bottoms so that he can chill out in comfort. And then Ilya's going to make him a sandwich. And Ilya made sure that his ginger ale was cold enough and that he had ginger ale for Shane in the first place. And Shane's only reaction is, what the fuck is going on?
But you know what? Because that's one of my deals with them, is this is the first time they're actually having any long time together, any knowing what the other person usually is when there's no one around, it's just them. They needed this. They needed to actually get to know each other.
Yeah, they 100% needed to move things along to every second that we spend together doesn't have to just be sex. We can have moments that are normal.
And I really love that they are finally having. I really love the tuna melt sesh, the whole bit.
I love it.
Need it.
I wanna agree with you, but I am half annoyed. I can't. This is the thing. I keep saying like I'm annoyed at Shane, I'm annoyed at Ilya, but then I say I can't really be annoyed at them because I understand. But the way that Ilya goes about all of this,
I agree. The first time I've watched, I was like, why are you bringing this, man? You know?
Yeah.
why you guys were so good, you were having a normal conversation, and then you brought this up in the way that you brought, and you could see that Shane closed up instantly. But yeah, the second, third time did help me to see that he's just basically trying to help him. I do think that he's trying to help him decipher who he likes and his sexuality, and lead him into a path of accepting it.
Oh, that's a much kinder interpretation than I had. I
Okay.
kind of thought it was Ilya trying to figure things out for himself. So not necessarily
Mm.
nudging Shane into understanding that he's gay,
Mm-hmm.
but rather Ilya has made some assumptions about Shane based on the time that they spent together. But he's trying
Mm-hmm.
to figure out in this scene if that's right. So he thinks that Shane is gay, not bi. So he's trying to figure out, do you like girls? I never see you with girls. Do you have anyone that you hook up with on the regular? And unfortunately, he does that by saying, "Oh, I know this great woman, Svetlana, and we have sex." and I get that Shane, because Shane is so like pissed off in that moment. He's just looking at Ilya.
Yes.
Why are you, I've literally just ridden you, and why are you telling me about these women that you sleep with and how perfect they are for you? But I also am like, it is Ilya trying to figure out, do you have someone that you're regularly sleeping with? Is it just me? Are you gay? Are you bi? Do I need to worry about women as well as men?
Mm.
Yeah, but I like your interpretation that he's trying to
Yeah,
assist
yeah.
Shane.
I because that's the thing. I do feel, for me, I do feel he's trying to get all of that. Completely agree. He's trying to get all of that, but because he also goes on explaining him, yeah, I like men, but I also like women. What about you? Like how?
Yeah.
That's that's what made me think. Oh, maybe he's also trying to help him, because I don't think Shane
Maybe.
ever made those questions to
No, I
himself.
think definitely, obviously that's the next episode, but his conversation with Rose later, it's like he's trying to figure out who he is and how he feels in that moment
Yeah.
with Rose. Not that he's come to those conclusions before that moment in time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. To me, it felt like that Ilya was also trying to finally make him question.
I also really like, I think this scene really parallels with the cottage when they're on the couch and he says, I could marry
Mm,
Svetlana, because they're on opposite ends of the couch, but this time they're miles apart. Their no feet are touching.
no.
Like Ilya is trying to tell Shane something without being direct. He's trying to say, I'm not hooking up with, I used to hook up with Svetlana, but I don't anymore. I don't have any other regular women. And Shane is not able to say his real responses. So Shane's fuming that Ilya's talking about these women, but he's not able to say, don't marry Svetlana, don't fuck Svetlana, fuck me. Um, but it shows you how far they come between now and the cottage, that even though Ilya is
Yeah.
still having to hide his wants behind these other things and push Shane to declare himself, Shane does later get to a point where he can declare himself.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yes.
so I really love how this is almost the same conversation, but Shane's reaction is kind of what changes the trajectory of both.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I do feel in episode 66, right? Yeah, he definitely goes. Yeah, Ilya says all of that, and he understands the subtext. The subtext is, we need to find a way for me to stay here. Um,
I'll be honest, I don't think he understands the subtext. He's just confident enough to say what he wants this time. So I
okay,
don't know that he initially understood Ilya's subtext. I think he
okay,
still takes it at face value, but instead of just inwardly seething, he is going to outwardly ask the questions that he needs to ask to get clarity. Whereas
mm,
in this one, he's more just, we can see in his face that he's raging, but he's
yeah,
not gonna press it. He's just gonna say, she sounds perfect for you with an angry face. And,
Yeah.
gonna, like, because that's the other thing as well. Like, in this scene, Ilya
Mm.
says, I like girls. I also like you. And like the cottage, Shane's initial reaction is, lucky me. But this time he doesn't fix it. And Ilya then has to take it back. He says, like, not as person, of course. You have good mouth. And later, Ilya will say, I love you. And Shane will say, holy shit. And Ilya's about to take it back, just like he does in this moment, where not as
Mm-hmm.
person. But Shane jumps in before Ilya can take it back and says, I love you too. And so I feel like we're getting all of these parallels, but the difference in the cottage is Shane's responses. And
Yeah.
that's how Ilya is then able to, uh,
So
yeah.
true. Oh, it's
But
such
I
a good
can't
take.
blame
That's so
Shane.
true. No,
I'd be the same if the guy I was fucking and in love with started talking to me about all the other women that he has, and I have a regular woman and she's
yeah, no, I
amazing.
I
I'd be
don't think
raging.
at that no, I don't think at that stage they are in a good position for Shane to take it any different. Because even though it's been
No,
8 fucking years, they still haven't really talked.
no.
So
Yeah.
it's impossible. And this is the first time I do like the part when he mentions Svetlana. He also mentions how such a good friend she is, and I'm sure Shane didn't didn't pick up
Yeah.
that, but I really love to see how Ilya sees, like, how Svetlana is important for him, and
Yeah.
it's one of those friendships that he will still keep
Yeah. Even
regardless.
after he ends up in a relationship with Shane, I'm I'm curious to see how the show plays this in season two,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously book Svetlana, it doesn't have this same relationship with Ilya. They were childhood friends. They met in Boston
Mm-hmm.
as adults, and they are very much friends with benefits. But in book two, spoiler for book two, skip ahead 30 seconds if you don't want to hear anything. But they don't really keep in touch after uh,
Oh,
Ilya moves to Ottawa to play for the
okay.
Centaurs. And so I'm really curious how they're going to play that in the show, because that does play into things that happen in the long game.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that they can, and I don't think that they should do that in the show, because the show has definitely, we have this foundation that Svetlana is the only good, outside of Shane, she is the only good relationship in Ilya's life. And she has been this
Yeah.
constant since childhood of
Yeah.
understanding what he needs and loving him without any strings attached or any
Mm-hmm.
expectations.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think you're right. The version that we get of Ilya and Svetlana in the show, whatever happens between him and Shane, they will continue to be best of friends.
Agreed. Do they go back then at being together?
Oh,
Oh,
so the first thing that happens is a moment that I fucking love, where Ilya says, oh, yeah, Svetlana's too busy for me now. Maybe I'll find someone else. But you know me, I'm lazy. And Shane says, I
oh
don't know
yeah,
that side
that's
of you at
it. Then
all.
goes, yeah, and they go again to melting into each other,
Yeah, they're
right?
both of their faces. And Ilya's doing this little, like, he's got his hand like over his other ear, and he's like
Oh,
rubbing his ear as he's having this whole conversation, because he's self-soothing through
yeah,
touch, which I just love. And then, yeah, we get that. I don't know that side of you at all. But Ilya gets a call from his father. Then he calls Alexei, and him and Alexei have a fight. And this
yeah,
is when we find out that Ilya is actually paying Alexei to care for their dad. And
yeah,
I know that there's ways that that dynamic could actually work without being toxic, because one sibling has a lot of money and can't be in the country, and one sibling is in the country and his dad needs full-time care. And so obviously
yeah,
the sibling with money would cover the expenses, and make sure that the sibling that had to full-time take care of their dad was like financially compensated. But the way that Alexei is holding this over Ilya in this phone call is so abusive. And then he's also
So
not doing a very good
abusive.
job because his dad is fucking
No.
alone. And then Ilya does his little like shake to shake
like
off.
shake away and then be back to good moments. Go back and pretend that everything is good and
Everything's fine.
shiny. It broke me to him do that, Like,
It's how easily he does it makes you realize how much he's had to do this, like how much he's had to compartmentalize all of the shitty things in his life to put on a face and put on a show. Because it's 2 seconds. He's in the hallway. He has a shake. And the minute he sits down with Shane, he's back to Ilya Rosanov.
And then Shane says, "Oh, you're talking with your father, or how is your father?"
You're speaking Russian now.
Yes. I honestly feel like there was a point of him being like, "I'm so mad that you brought this," but at the same time, hide, and be like, bring a joke. I felt
thought he was buzzing. I thought he was like,
you think?
Yeah,
I
because
just feel like anything related with his dad, it just feels a bit off because he doesn't want to talk about it.
I think he definitely didn't want to talk about his dad, but I think he was happy that Shane was taking an interest. I mean, we should not be giving Shane props for understanding that Papa means father the way that Ilya does. Because, babes, Papa is like a universal word for father. But I don't know, his little smile, I took it as, wait, you have an interest in my life.
Okay. No, I just took it like the way that his face, like the way his face
he shoots
him.
Yeah. He shoots around.
I felt like, part of me was like, oh shoot, like he's mad, but then he brought a joke, so he's happy. He's like not happy, but like trying to make the situation more light. And then shut him off because he didn't want to keep talking about it.
Oh, I 100%. Yeah. I think all of those things happened.
Yeah.
But I think his little smile is genuine. That is genuinely, you've taken an interest in my life that's not in any way related to my dick.
Yes. And he needs more of that. He needs more instances where he feels Shane
cares about him.
Cares about him, yeah.
And I think that is why we get him pulling Shane against him onto the couch, because he like at this point he knows that he's interested in Shane, and I think this is the first time that he thinks maybe Shane is interested back, and that gives him the confidence to pull him into the chest.
Yeah. So tender. That whole scene was like, and
it's so normal. Like, it's just a normal thing that couples do, is watch TV snuggled up together. But I do love Hudson Williams' portrayal of this, because you literally see Shane, he goes back and he goes, oh, this is like, his face is like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, this is
then
good.
He's like,
yes.
Oh my God, what's happening? Oh, wait, this is great. Oh my God, what's happening? Fuck, better make it sexual. Like, you see all of those things go across Hudson Williams' face in the space of, like, I don't know, 20 seconds. And the whole time, Shane is having a panic of what is this? This is really nice. What is this? This is really nice. What the fuck is going on? The whole time, Ilya is just like rubbing his hair and getting his like face all up in Shane's hair. Like, I'm pretty sure he does like the little head kiss as well. And like the contrast between the two of them. Because I honestly think Shane panics. And this is like, right, okay, again, I'm going back to Vegas. I'm going back to defend Ilya, because when we're in the bathroom in Vegas, Shane is freaking out, and Ilya uses sex to soothe him, whether it be like actual sex later or like just speaking about sex in the bathroom. Ilya uses that because that's the language that they can speak comfortably with each other. And this is the point where Shane is freaking out, and he uses sex to return then to something that he understands. He doesn't understand the tuna melt. He doesn't understand the ginger ale. He doesn't understand the snuggling, but he can understand if they're having sex. And so amidst his confusion, he takes it back there. And so I think this backs up that Ilya did the exact right thing for Shane in that fucking bathroom because that is what Shane does for
I'm
himself.
not gonna lie. The way that I read that situation was like, this was really hot. They were not hot. Like, this was really comfortable. He felt like really, like, in terms of intimacy, he just felt so connected. And then, no, part of, I honestly felt like, it just felt like this is the right place for me to be. And then it was just a build up of, this is good, this is good. And then it starts about,
It's like a natural
this is hot,
progression.
this is hot. Yeah, like a natural progression into continued touching. Because that's like, I really felt like he needed to touch him. He needed to be together. And then it just progressed to more sexual, bam, 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 bam. Too many feelings, bye. That's how I felt.
That is so fun. My favorite thing is when we just completely interpret things entirely different. Because I think as well when they actually get to it, Shane's face is very much like the way that like it's back to we're just having sex. Ilya's face is very intense and very I have such big feelings for you right now and I don't know what to do with them. But Shane's face is very we're having sex and I love having sex with you and this is great fun. So I totally took that as Shane panicked because it was too nice, it was too comfortable, and he doesn't know what to do with that. So then he flipped it back to sex. But Ilya was like, I think Ilya perceives it initially as the way you perceive it. But I don't know if I believe that's how. I don't know if I believe that's
maybe,
what was going through Shane's
maybe that
head.
maybe it could be. It could be. Honestly, we could both be
We're both
correct,
wrong.
you know, or both wrong. With one thing that we are definitely right is that he definitely panicked when he realized that something there was more to them
Ilya
at
says
the
his
end.
name.
Yeah, it definitely feels like
he 100% freaks out, and this is the literal bit that I cry because they're apparently the term is frotting. It's a new term to me.
Okay, what is that?
It's basically like a 2-for-1 situation in Shane's hand. Yeah,
learning new things every day.
New things every day. I only know what's happening because of the book. And then the whole time this is happening, Ilya is like, it's like he cannot believe that he has this man here. And their faces, the way their noses smush.
That's the thing. That's why I feel
so
like
flat. Yeah.
They were so like, I need you, I need you, I need you, I need you. Like I'm so
I'm so overwhelmed with my
needed.
feelings. Yeah.
Yes.
Like they cannot get close enough to each other. And even there's a point where, and I don't know why this is more intimate than kissing, but it is more intimate than kissing. But their faces are smooshed up against each other. Both of their mouths are open and sort of like near, like they're sort of all kind of intertwined. Like their mouths are kind of intertwined and they're both open, but they don't actually kiss because they're so in the moment. They can't even kiss, but they also need to be that close that their mouths are in the same space.
I completely agree.
It's so intimate.
That whole scene was not just, it wasn't just sex. You could see that there was like, I want you in a level of, I need you. I want you. You're my safe place. You are, like you are my everything at that point. So I need to be touching you and.
Yeah. I can't get enough of you in my life, world, space. Then Ilya says, oh, actually, sorry. Can't believe we almost skipped over. You gonna come for me, Rosna? Fucking make me. Antonia. That is the hottest line that has ever been spoken aloud. Yeah. Throw them all out. Yep. Throw them all out. But then we get the line that breaks my heart because Ilya says, fuck Shane. And then Shane whispers, Ilya. And then this is why it's diabolical. Because Shane responds with Ilya's first name. Then they kiss. So like
Mm-hmm.
everything's smushed together. Like Ilya is so relieved. You can see that he was scared about saying Shane's name. Shane says his name back and he's so relieved. Then they kiss and he's again relieved, but then he tries to go in for a second kiss. And it's at that point that it's not just the fact that Shane then abandons him. It's the fact that he gave him a whole second where Ilya thought, I put myself out there and it's gonna be fine. And it's only
Yeah.
after Ilya thinks it's going to be fine that Shane has his delayed response, which is actually very on brand for Shane. He has his delayed response, and then he dodges Ilya's follow-up kiss. So Ilya goes to kiss
Yeah.
him again, and he dodges it, and then it's all you almost think that Shane is going to kiss him again, and then he like turns the
He
other
just
way,
goes. Yeah.
and he says, "I should go. I have team meeting."
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so sad. I actually didn't pick up the Ilya part of like throwing out there, and then I saw him doing, but I didn't pick up like that, and that's actually
Right.
just made the situation even worse to me. So
Yeah,
sad.
because that's the first time
So
they've ever used each other's first names.
yes. Oh, and because I really understood as well from Shane's point of view, because like he is a completely new feeling. I really feel like it's him realizing he loves him.
So in the book, he doesn't realize that he doesn't say the words "I love Ilya" was enough in his head, but he does right before this whole thing. He has this moment where he realizes that no, when Ilya's talking about like all these women and stuff like that, he has this moment where he realizes nobody makes me feel the way Ilya Rosanov makes me feel.
Mm,
And so again, I'm like, I'm not sure that he understands that he's in love with Ilya, but he knows that this is different, that he doesn't feel this way with anybody else, that these feelings are
mm-hmm.
fucking gigantic.
Yeah.
And he rejects
And
them.
and yeah. I really oh look, I really think it's just him. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this now. So I need
Yeah.
to go.
I think it's similar to Ilya before as well. Like, I think there's definitely a case of I wholeheartedly believe I cannot have this. I can't have the relationship. I can't have this man.
Mm,
Even if we both love each other, the world will not allow us to make it so. And so the safer thing is to leave because it's
yeah.
worse. If you admit that you want it, it's worse to have it taken away.
Yeah. True. Just so sad for Ilya because
Yeah.
you see the fear. You see him like
He's terrified.
dying. You actually see him falling.
Yeah.
His whole face is like, no, come back, come back.
And then he tries to
And
go back. He
mm-hmm.
goes back to like you forgot to meet it. He goes back to that like snarky tone.
Yeah.
He goes back to Hollander. Like, look, I can call you by your last name. I can go back to the old rules. And it doesn't work. And so he says again, Hollander. Like if I just show him that I can be the old version, he'll come back. And right, again, this is why it's so heartbreaking because for someone like Ilya who believes that he's not worthy of love, to finally
Yeah.
show what you want and then
Yes.
have
And
the person reject you.
basic yeah, it's basically a validation that he was always right, that he doesn't deserve.
Yeah, that he's not worthy of any of this.
No.
And he's a fucking idiot for saying it out loud. Like that's, I think, the
That
overarching
yeah.
feeling that he takes. The show will murder me.
So yeah. Yeah. But yeah, he goes. Shane does
Yeah.
go and leaves Ilya broken and goes meet a girl.
Ugh. Before we go to meet a
Yeah.
girl, I have some headcanon which makes this scene even worse for me. I genuinely
Mm.
believe because it seems like Ilya had this whole thing planned. Like he was going to ask Shane to stay, he was going to make them tuna melts. And he says, when he says you could stay, he says we have a morning game, we have afternoon game tomorrow, so no morning practice. And I don't think the overnight has passed yet, which means that I honestly believe that there's more Tupperware in that fridge with dinner and breakfast prepped. And Ilya is going to have to go into that fridge at some point later in the evening and see
And realize,
all of the expectations that he had and that they didn't come true. And every time I think about it, even though we don't see it on screen, I think about Ilya opening that fridge door and I break all over again.
Yeah. It's relieving all of it again because...
Yeah, there is some online discourse over whether or not people think that Shane left in Ilya's clothes or if he went and got changed into his own clothes before he left, because the idea that Ilya had to find Shane's clothes later and like they'll smell like Shane and they'll remind him of Shane, and when he's completely upset when he's going to bed he'll find Shane's clothes. Some people believe that Shane would never leave in someone else's clothes. I definitely changed. I don't know, but I cannot deal with the idea.
No, me neither. Oh, fucking hell.
Emotional self-sabotage at this point.
Yeah. It was definitely one of the hardest scenes in that episode.
Yeah. And even when I watch it now, right between Ilya and I should go, I shout at the TV, no! Don't do it! As if I can genuinely will it.
Stop. Yeah.
Yeah, to not happen. Every time I'm like, shit, no, don't do it, don't do it. But alas, I don't have the power, the mental abilities to bring that into fruition.
Yeah. Oh, I think the next part then is the lunch with his parents, isn't it?
Yeah, he goes to meet his parents.
Yes. One question. Do you think all of those questions that Yuna is trying to make Shane go to London because of the tennis, do you think it was she trying to understand Shane's sexuality? Or do you think it was just really that deal with... It was Rolex, right? Rolex wanted him in the tennis in Wimbledon. Do you think it was just normal promotional stuff, or she's trying to understand him?
I wasn't sure initially until Shane goes to the bathroom and David goes, really? Because this is when I'm like, yes. David knows.
Yes.
Because he goes, really? And then Yuna's like, I don't know.
That's my point. Because the way that she was like, oh, maybe we can can meet the Swedish princess. I like...
Yeah, she's definitely like, it's a clunker from Yuna.
Yeah.
But I wasn't 100% until David was like, are you kidding me?
Yes. Okay. Cool. And I love that they are so patient with it. I mean, they've lived with him, they've created him. So, but they're so patient with him because he's quite snappy at them. And they're just like, okay, let me try a different way to talk to you so you can understand what we are trying to get from here.
They're just such good parents. Yeah. Jokes.
I'm sorry. How many times? I'm sure if it was on my side, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to like that?
Yeah, I would never. If I had to speak to my dad that way, immediately, like I would be in the bad books and I would be I'd be getting the silent treatment. 100%.
No. I know. No, my mom and me, like, we're not friends. Hey.
Yeah. Like, don't you talk to me like one of your fucking gal pals.
Yes, exactly. But honestly, it's just the respect, like the respect that they have for him and being so patient with him and giving him just trying to, because that's the thing. They don't want to directly ask him because they can't, because they know if they ask, he's just close and be like, no.
Yeah.
And then they're just trying to find different avenues, but none of the ways is the best, because there is not really a good way to bring. Yeah. So
especially because I think they probably know that Shane is also struggling to put a label on his feelings. So I get that even though Shane has grown up with these great parents who love him and trust him and respect him,
there's a reason.
Yeah, the reason that he's not telling you isn't because he doesn't trust you. It's because he doesn't No.
He doesn't know. He's trying to figure it out as well.
Yeah.
And you could see as well the pain of him. Because I think there's a part where they say, you can tell us anything or something. And
Yeah.
he just feels like, yeah, I'm lying to you. And then,
Yeah,
like, he
Eunice
feels
says,
ashamed. He feels like this is not the type of son that I like to be to you.
yeah,
Overall, it feels like shit to his
because
parents.
Eunice says, like, I don't want you to lie. That's not who you are. And
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
yeah,
fucking hell.
the idea that he can't tell them he's gay because one, I don't think he's properly labeled it for himself, but I also feel like he can't tell them he's gay and not tell them about Ilya. Like he can't come out of a partial lie. He has to fully come out
Yeah.
of the lie to his parents. And so it just adds this other layer to Shane's internal monologue of if I come out as gay, I cannot have that conversation without talking about Ilya Rosanov. I cannot talk about Ilya Rosanov to my parents. It's yeah. It's really heartbreaking.
There's a lot. Yeah.
And then yeah, and then we cut to we we meet Rose. JJ
Yeah.
brings him out. Rose is there. And this scene does make a little bit more sense if you have the book context. So Shane is
Mm.
basically like overwhelmed uh, with the social situation and he needs a breather. And when he sits down at the table, he thinks it's empty. And then he's so surprised to see Rose Landry sat across from him. But then they have like the whole banter. Um,
Mm.
and one of the thoughts that occurs to Shane is, oh, I'm not gay. I just had really high standards for women. And now I have finally met a woman who meets those high standards. And there's almost like a relief that yes,
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
gay. I just
lie.
needed a
When they
movie
were
star.
talking, I was like, oh, this is so boring. All of it. I was like, "Ugh, I just can't."
No, oh my God. Right. I do skip this scene if I reheat. I skip a lot. Hayden at the aquarium, meeting Rose. That's nothing to do with me. Uh, but I really like it because I think we get set up like we did in episode 2 that Svetlana is
Yeah.
perfect for Ilya. This
Mm.
conversation is telling us that if Shane wasn't gay and if Shane wasn't in love with Ilya, Rose on paper is perfect for him. Like he has watched all her movies. She's beautiful. She understands crazy schedules and fame because she also has a crazy
Mm.
schedule and she's also famous. Her
Yeah.
brothers all play hockey and she knows that he's playing Detroit tomorrow. That's how much she knows about hockey is she knows
Yeah.
the team that he's going to be playing next. And then he
Yeah.
also says something about like, oh, is this your first time in Montreal? It's much colder in the winter. And she's like, your winters don't scare me. I'm from Michigan, which is also freezing. And so
Mm-hmm.
it's setting up that we know that Shane would never move away from Canada, right? Like we just know that.
Yeah, he wouldn't. But
But she could cope living in Canada because she grew up somewhere that was like similar climate. And she's not scared by this city. And yeah, I love this scene because it
I'm not gonna
sets
lie.
up.
I
She's
was like,
perfect. Oh
talking
my
about these
God,
aliens movies. I was like, oh, for Christ's sake. But
Antonia.
I persevered. Yeah, I watched until the end.
I'm so proud of you, babes.
Thank you. But I do like Rose. I really like her. I was afraid, and this is touching on episode 5, but I was afraid that she would understand, and then we have that whole drama, but she was so
Yeah.
understanding. It just made me love her more. So she's definitely in my good books. Again, women in the show.
Yeah,
Women in the
nailing it.
show.
Absolutely nailed it.
And he needed that. The thing is, he really needed that. And you were right. She would be perfect for him, and she was to show him that
Yeah.
he really doesn't like women. It's just not
Yeah.
his thing.
I think he needs this to know that this thing with Ilya isn't just going to go away. It is
Mm-hmm.
different with Ilya. No matter how much he tries, he can't. Love doesn't, like we said last, like episode 2. Love doesn't work that way, and he can't force
No.
it to work that way.
Yeah.
But then she's even more perfect because she deals with this whole situation with the utmost compassion. And
That's
this woman, the way that she doesn't ever, like, her ego is never bruised. Can we all please have
exactly.
the confidence of Rose Landry?
Oh, I wish. No, babe, I was watching that episode, and then we know like the end of them having sex, and then at the start I was just like, oh, poor Rose, poor Rose, poor Rose, and then
Yeah.
I was like, if you're gonna give him drama, give it, because I stand by it.
Like, I'm
And
glad she
then,
doesn't. I'm glad she's
I mean,
compassionate. But
she
yeah,
does.
I would
Yes,
have been heartbroken.
yeah, me too. I was like, am I not worthy? Am I?
I'd have been booking in with a plastic surgeon.
Because I would definitely think, it's my problem. That's why it can't actually like lift it up. It can't hold it because
Yeah,
it's my
it's a me
problem.
thing. Yeah. But
It's
she
a me
never
thing.
doesn't even cross her mind.
You know what? It's a confidence thing.
It's,
We
babe,
every
God
woman
grant me
here
the
have
confidence.
yes. We need her confidence because she knows she's good. She knows her
Yeah.
worthy, and the whole thing is this man doesn't like women.
Yeah, he doesn't like me. He must be gay. Like, to be that
I
confident.
love that confidence.
If he is not attracted to me, he must be gay. There's no other reason. And she was right.
Oh
She
my
was fucking
days.
right.
She was fucking right. But walking like that, I would love to walk in that.
Yeah.
With that in my mind.
Of, yeah, please God grant me the confidence of Rose Landry.
I love what happens next when Ilya start like he knows, and it's on the news, it's
Yeah.
everywhere, and everyone is showing him Shane with Rose, and then Ilya is filled with jealousy, and
He
there's
cannot believe
something.
it.
Amanda, there's something. This is really bad, but there's something I love in the shows when there's jealousy. It does something to me. It's like, yes.
The toxicity was Antonia all along.
Look, I don't like this in my real life, but I love this in the movies.
Jealousy does get me going. It doesn't in this. I'm so heartbroken for him.
Oh.
I'm just so sad.
Yeah, I get it because I do. Is it because we know what happened before and how heartbroken he is, and then he sees that?
I think it's, yeah, because that whole pre-Tuna Melt, his whole thing is confirming that Shane doesn't like women and he doesn't need to worry about women, and as part of this whole equation. And then Shane says, "Oh, you thought I didn't like women? Watch me." And then he has to find out, surrounded by his teammates. So he can't even react because he's surrounded by Marlo and I think Harry. And he just has to pretend that this is his rival. And he's just kind of like, oh, how did he manage to get Rose Landry? Because, right, imagine if you're in their situation and you're post Tuna Melt and you really like him, you called him his first name and he ran away from you, and you have like rejection, abandonment issues, and then we as mere mortals, we can just like block them on social media and process things privately and in our own time. And if any of your friends mention, oh, did you see what Jason was up to the other night, you'll be like, bitch, I don't fucking need to know. Do not tell me. You know, like you can limit the amount of access that you have to their new life with their new partner. But Ilya cannot because it's on the telly. It's on the new, like he is bombarded. This poor broken soul is just being bombarded with
and then the fact that no one knows, and everyone just talks about it. Because like if they knew, they probably would be like, oh, I'm not gonna show you, I'm gonna try to keep that information because it's not like no one needs to know, it's just gossip. But yeah, no one knows, so they will be talking. I mean, and
he can't talk about it to anyone. Like he can't process his feelings through talk with anyone.
It is sad, although it does give me.
I've worn this jumper specifically for today. I love you. It's ruining my life. Because that's how Ilya feels right now. I love you. You love it. Because I think he thinks that Shane loves Rose Landry. It's like, I love you. You love her. And I want to fucking die.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm gonna give it something to these photos that are being taken. They really look like they love each other.
They love each other,
They
yeah.
like each other.
The thing is, though, I do think that, like, because I do think Shane loves Rose, but just not romantically. And so
Oh,
he's such a gentleman.
yeah.
Like, he would carry her bags. He would make sure that she's, like, safe. He would look at her like he really, really likes her, because he really, really
Yeah,
does.
true.
It just so
Yeah,
happens to be
just not.
platonic.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Before we move on, I just want to bring attention to one of my favorite vocal stems that I've gotten from this show, where
Okay.
Ilya switches off the TV, he gets off the bike, he stubs his toe, and then Marley's like, "Are you alright?" He's like, "Stub my toe." Every single time anything in my life causes a minor disconvenience, my brain is like, "Stub my toe."
That's going to be you now forever.
Forever. That will be forever the way that I respond to everything in my life that pisses me off.
Oh,
It's after that he's in the hotel bathroom, he's sharing a room with Harry, and he is, yeah, he's like staring at himself in the mirror, and he goes, "Fuck this shit." He's like, "We're going out,
he's so
find a club."
frustrated.
And
Yeah.
then Harry's like so confused. He's like, "I was going to order room service." And Ilya's like, "Tell people."
Yeah. Like, I told you I need to go out.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
And I'm like, this is so what Ilya would do. Like, he
Yeah.
feels bad, he's going to go to a club, he's going to find a woman, and he's going to self-soothe with sex, because that is what is available to him right now. Also, quick shout out, the actor who plays, I think the character's name is Harry, or his real name is Harry. But the actor who's sharing a room with Ilya at this point is actually a trans hockey player, and I think was the first openly trans hockey player.
No way.
Yeah, I love that
great. Yes.
yeah, I love that they've like worked this into the show.
I
Because
love that.
yeah, it's
Jacob
obviously
Turney. He really knows what he's doing.
he really knows what he's doing, especially right now when trans people are wildly under attack. And to show this solidarity, I just think is another reason that we fucking love this show. Like, the care that is taken over everything, even down to making sure that it's trans inclusive as well. I just think it's brilliant. I love it.
It's brilliant, yes. I do agree.
Yeah. And then they go to the club and they follow Ilya walking into the club.
Yes.
But we pan around onto Shane, so we know that they're in the same club.
Yes.
And I feel so fucking bad for Ilya, right? Because he's gone here to self-soothe. He's gone here to take his mind off his predicament. The one place that he can be 100% sure he will not bump into Shane Hollander in Montreal is a fucking nightclub. And where is Shane Hollander? He's in a fucking nightclub, and he's only there because his girlfriend wanted him to be there.
Exactly.
No, I feel so bad for him. And we see it, right? Like, he is at the bar and he's apologizing to the bartender for his friends. Like, that's how kind this man is. We've said it before. I'll say it a million times more.
He's really kind.
He's so kind.
Really kind.
He's apologizing, but then he spots Miles. And I love that. Right, I love this because this is how we know Ilya has been knee deep in the media coverage of Rose, that he sees her co-star.
And he knows
immediately
right away. She's here.
She's here.
Shane is here.
And
also the song. That song.
Oh, yeah.
On my days, I was like, yes, this is given. The part of the lyrics to that scene, I just love the whole connection.
Links
it all
up
made sense
perfectly. And it's like a Russian song by Russian artists who are talking about the fact that they can't come out. They love each other, but they can't come out in a country that persecuted gay or still persecutes gay people. Everything about it. You think it can't get any better.
It's so deep. It's so deep. Every single thing.
Yeah. And then we needle
I'm living in that moment now. I'm not gonna lie. The song is playing.
Iconic. And then we get
Yeah.
the same thing happens from Shane's perspective. He doesn't see Ilya first. He sees Marlo and Harry, and he knows what that means. And then we get this
Yeah.
slow pan around till he
Yeah.
finds Ilya with a random
Yeah.
blonde woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then he's also with Rose. And then
Oh, when
and then I
she's
see Miles in the back. I'm like, Miles, get out of there. Like,
Miles is being so weird.
right? I'm not the only
Yeah.
one that feels that. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
No, he's
Smelling
so
him.
weird. Part of me, I'm like, is this like a crappy plan concocted by Rose and Miles to figure out if Shane is gay? Because she does say later that Miles is in love with Shane. So part of
Yeah.
me is like, they're kind of trying to
Could
feel out the
be.
water.
But
Yeah.
it was so, I know that it's in a club and it's dark, but there are other people there that who
Yeah,
could
it's a
see
shit
him.
plan. It's a shit plan if that's
Yeah.
what the plan is. Because you're right. Like, he's obviously not come out. She knows about hockey, so she knows that like it wouldn't be safe for him to come
Yeah.
out, and they're in a club, and Miles is a very famous actor. So even if people didn't immediately recognize Shane because they don't watch hockey, they would
Yeah.
recognize Miles and then figure out who Shane was.
It's like, I
So
also forgot he was a famous actor.
it's where he's like, you're nothing to me.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, there's Rose. Okay, there's a point. Let's move on. But yeah. I really love because the song never stops from like since that part when he
Yeah,
sees
but the minute we
Miles
walk into the
to
club, yeah.
yeah, the minute they walk into the club until the end, I think he's playing so well.
Yeah,
The
and
whole
we
thing.
switched to the Harrison version because we
Mm.
start off in
Yeah.
Ilya's perspective, and then when we shift into Shane's perspective, we shift into the Harrison version. And
Yes,
it genuinely is the most perfect.
it is.
Like, I didn't think it could get any better, but shifting
did.
it up to the Harrison version just elevated the whole thing. And then smash cut between Shane staring at Ilya while Ilya is eating this woman's ear.
Yeah.
And then Ilya watching Shane. It smash cuts between the scene of them staring at each other in the club to Shane taking Rose home and Ilya being home alone in the shower, saying to himself,
completely frustrated with himself.
yeah. And I think that there's two parts to this. So when Shane first sees Ilya, Shane is holding a beer. And then later, when Ilya's in the shower and Shane, like when it keeps smash cutting, but then there's a point where we switch to Shane is actually sleeping with Rose and Ilya's in the bathroom. And all of a sudden, we go from Shane is holding a beer and Ilya is actively chewing this woman's ear off to Shane has no beer and Ilya is just stood there, but he's not actually doing anything with this woman. Like, she's dancing in front of him, but he's not moving. And so I think that they did stare at each other. But I think the next part is them remembering staring at each other. So that's why we lose the beer, we lose the activity.
We lose everyone around.
Because everything else falls away in their memory. And the only thing they remember is staring at each other.
Fucking hell, so true.
Yeah. And then we get the worst thing that I've ever seen. Shane's little pat on Rose's head. If a man patted me on the head like that mid-coitus, I'd die.
Oh my God. And even the sounds at the end.
Yeah.
That's not a pleasure, man. That's like...
He's literally just, I need to get over this.
Finish this.
It is brutal. And then it's the final bit is like them both looking at the camera. And you know it's because in their mind they are seeing the other one's face.
Yes. But for Shane, not even that is helping in that situation.
No. It's,
Oh,
yeah,
that's why the first time I saw that episode at the end, I just felt like,
it's horrifying. It's a horror movie. That is a horror movie.
yeah, yeah,
And it's so, this is the thing, right? Because this show does the same things at different points in time, but we never get bored of it because every time we fucking end an episode, these men feel rejected by each other, but
mm,
each one of them just wants the other one. We know it, and we see
yeah,
them reject each other. Sometimes it's one, sometimes it's the other, but
yeah.
both of them want to just be together.
You
Yeah,
are so fucking right. First episode was like exactly like that. Second episode was just worse.
yeah,
Third episode
it's
somehow is
worse.
also really bad.
Yeah.
And
It's just an escalation of them rejecting each other, even though they just want to be together. Ah,
yes.
my soul hurts.
Okay. But that's it. That's it. End of episode 4. Um,
Yes, it's a doozy. Shall we do our quick fire faves?
yes, let's
Let's do it.
go.
Okay, Antonia, tell me your deep in your feels moment.
This episode again had a few moments, but for me is definitely the end of the Tuna Melt sesh.
Same.
Um,
Hollander.
yeah,
Hollander.
yes.
Yeah,
No, he was falling to his
broken.
knees.
There's actually a really horrible. This is. There's bits that make it more like hurtful in the TV show, and then there's bits that make it more hurtful in the book. In the
Mm.
book, one of the things that really gets me is that Ilya walks him to the door, and it is not until Shane actually crosses the threshold that Ilya believes that he's going to leave. He convinces himself right up until that moment that Shane will figure it out
Oh,
and come back. And it's not until the door's
yeah.
closed that he realizes. And then on the other side of the door, Shane needs to get away so fast that he runs down the stairs. So Ilya's in an apartment in the book, and he can't even wait
Yeah.
for the lift. He has to put as much space as possible, as quickly as possible between him and Ilya, otherwise he will turn around. And I scream, turn around!
Turn around. That's exactly what we want you to do.
Yeah. But no, he pelts down the
So
stairs.
sad. Oh.
It's brutal. Kirsty and Sarah do normally join us, but they are super slammed right now. So instead, they have sent us some of their hot takes and fave moments. Shall we find out Kirsty's deep in her feels moment?
The whiplash then of this entire scene goes straight into, for me, what is the deep in the feels saddest moment. There's a couple of sad pieces in this episode, but this one for me, it hurts, and that is the immediate aftermath of the tuna meltdown. Shane, my guy, well, he absolutely lost it, and watching that scene play out, there's like every time I watch it, it breaks my heart in new ways. Just like the look on Ilya's face, you see the panic coming on Shane. Ha! That's a funny choice of words, Kirsty. So I guess I said that. But you see the panic in his face. You see him stiffen up. But there's no way to describe this in any way. I do apologise. And Ilya's just had that phone call from his dad. They leave. Like, they're both still, messy from the situation that's just unfolded. But the only way I get through it is I have to remind myself that they have both just eaten a tuna melt. And how stinky those breaths might be. It's the only way I can
Oh
detach
my
myself from
days,
the
so
emotion of
fucking
that
true.
situation, because that takes me straight to Ick Town, and that stops me crying. And that entire... Oh, and then he just gets up and he leaves, and Ilya's just sitting there, and he's just had like this horrible conversation with his dad where he knows his dad's alone and frightened, he can't get through to his brother, and he's paying to for the situation to not be the situation that's there.
Yeah.
He's tried to bring Shane back from the meltdown. It's not worked. Shane's leaving. He knows he's lying here at the team meeting. There's nothing else he can do but watch this man walk away. His entire plan's fallen through because of one slip up out of his mouth. And I just have to think of the tuna breath. The tuna breath. It's disgusting.
Yeah. That's the opposite of me. I edit out the tuna breath. Like, I pretend that the tuna breath doesn't even exist
Me too.
because I need it to be the most beautiful, tender, gentle, intimate.
I just didn't even think about it.
Okay, let's get out of our feels. What's your favorite moment
Yeah.
of the whole show?
This is not about being a happy scene or a sad scene. It's just the way the whole scene is done is when Ilya sees Miles and then he just
Yeah.
turns because he realizes, fuck, Shane is here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that whole part is definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And the
Connor's
song
story.
linked to that.
Yeah.
Mm,
He's doing so
Really
much
like
with his
that.
face in that scene. I
yes.
could never. Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
My favorite scene is the ginger ale cold enough, because I
Oh, yeah.
like, we've waited so long, not just the ginger ale cold enough, but everything before the tuna meltdown. We've wanted to see them as a couple for so long. Like, we've wanted them to get to a place and the snuggling, the finally having a nap together, because I don't think they've ever napped together.
No,
No.
never. I don't think so. Yeah.
And then Ilya taking so
Finally.
much care that he stocked ginger ale. He's wanting to make sure it's
Yeah.
cold enough. He prepped tuna melt ingredients because he knew that he was going to do all of this. And before, when I was still naive enough to think that this could go well, I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still had more 2 episodes, but you know what? It could just be more of this.
Genuinely, I was like, oh, they're just gonna be happy now because Ilya's taken all this care, and he's got Shane so happy, and of course they'll yeah. I was naive.
Yeah.
Shall we go to Kirsty's favorite moment?
Yeah, but this one I went for his favourite, and it's the club scene. And it's the pan, just like the entire thing of how it does with like they're looking at each other across this crowded club, the music, the lights, just everything about that. It's just so well done.
So fucking well done.
Like,
Yeah.
everything. Actually, let me go back. Everything from Ilya being at the bar, recognizing Miles.
Yes.
There's so much said that's not said, because in order for Ilya to know who Miles is, he's obviously stalking that entire story online. Like, he knows enough about Rose and her friends and that social circle to know that, like, that's who he is, and that's kind of likely who it is. But then we also see, like, a similar scenario from Shane's side, if he starts to see, like, the Boston players and he starts to panic, and just everything from, like, Ilya turning round in that slow-mo with the, like, lights on his face and the song. Oh, it gives you chills. And then kind of the way it pans across and they're staring at each other, and then like the song changes to like the guy singing it. Yeah, like that's good TV. Good TV. Favorite moment. It's not a happy moment.
Yeah.
But it is a good moment.
I completely
good
agree.
TV.
Yeah.
Enjoyed naturally. It's not my Russian accent at all.
Yes.
I apologize, please don't hate me.
We could never cancel you, Kirsty.
Never. So fucking true, isn't it?
It's so true. Like,
it's just so well done, and because that's the thing, it's all that it's behind.
Yeah. And the fact that they tell us all of these things with very few lines of dialogue. Not much is actually said in this scene. And we know. Yeah.
There's definitely not much talking.
No.
Yeah.
The script pages for this whole club scene feel like they could not have been more than a page and a half.
Yeah.
But we just find out so much about how everybody is feeling right in this moment. It's astounding. Should we round up with your favorite, your hottest moment, Antonia?
Yes. Okay. For me, it was definitely, again, Tuna Melt sesh scene close to the end when you have Shane. Like, that's what I took at the time. It's slightly different now that we had the talk, but I do feel like them basically eating each other's faces and wanting
Yeah.
more and more and more. And it just felt like they didn't even know what else they could do to get more of each other. And I think that whole scene was just so fucking hot.
Yes. I'll be honest, I can't put it in hottest because I know what comes next and it's so sad.
Yeah,
But if you
true.
ignore what comes next, it is wildly hot.
Yeah. So yeah, what about you? What?
Can I have a runner-up and a winner?
Yeah, of course. Let's go.
So my runner-up is Cowboy Shane. I love it. I love it so much.
Yes.
It still gives me like the pit of my stomach rolls over whenever Cowboy Shane rolled over. Ilya's on top. But my hottest moment, and it is not even a full second, I don't think, but during the opening montage, there's a bit where we get back-to-back smash cut between Ilya slamming Shane into the boards on the ice. And then immediately followed by Ilya slamming Shane into the mattress.
Yes, that was hot.
And I don't know why, because I'm very much like, I don't condone any violence. But this is league mandated violence, smashing into the boards. And I cannot help myself every time I see it. Like my whole body, because it's the hottest.
It's so hot. It's just like the whole work with camera and then passing to another scene that was really well done. So yeah. No, it's we got you, Jacob Turney. We understand what you wanted to do.
Shall we hear Kirsty's hottest moment?
Episode 4, favourite moment. This was really tough because this episode is a whirlwind. Like, there's highs, there's lows. There's just a lot of crazy stuff. Like, we cover, like, at least 2.5 years, maybe 3 years? I don't know. This might be a weird pick for... I think this might be my favourite and my hottest. I can't remember how I opened this. Did I say it's maybe my favourite or my hottest? I can't... It's gone from my brain. I do have to think... I'm going to commit, I'm going to buckle down to the hottest moment. So whatever I said before, scram it, we're going to the hottest moment. Hottest moment is, I do think this might be maybe a strange pick on my part, I don't know. But it is Ilya making Shane lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just that the entire domestic scene of Ilya, party boy, drives fast cars, gets with really hot women, is a bit of like a rock star, like is a little bit of like a, it's just so different to like the persona, the media persona, and here he is in his nice house, he's making Shane feel at home, like having the ginger ale stocked, when like they've never gone out as pals, like they've never gone to like a bar together, they've never gone to like a house party together, so the fact he knows that, has clocked it, has thought ahead, and then stocked it, and then put it in the fridge, that level of just like effort, very, very attractive. And then the whole tuna melt thing was, Shane's obviously got a bit of a wacky diet going on, we see that with this conversation with Hayden when he gets invited over for dinner, so obviously is acceptable in that strange diet. So one, the fact that Ilya knows that, I don't know if being in the same sport means that they, I don't know. But he's prepped it, like just that whole, and then he's cooking it for him. And he's just like the boy's just getting taken care of, and that whole situation. 5 stars. I will sign up to that service, please. Thank you so much. I will pay a premium to sign up to that service. Like my acts of service heart. Love it. Here for it. The Amanda who can be both personalities is what I say.
Because he does all of that topless. So he's doing all of that cooking, the ginger ale, the tuna melt, everything is prepped, and he's topless. Like, get a man who can do both. Kirsty, you're so right. But we have one more from Kirsty.
Yes.
which is to say that Team Shane is boring and it is a green flag. Sorry, not sorry. But I can't wait to hear what she's got to say.
Okay, this is not like a favourite moment or a saddest moment or anything like that. This is me defending calling Shane boring. I apologise. A little birdie told me it was possibly going to be a point of contention, so I just had to put my thoughts forward. But Ilya calling Shane boring and Shane calling Ilya an asshole is essentially them confessing their love for each other.
Yeah.
It is a term of endearment. It is them explaining in words that they can't otherwise say of like what they find, like what they love about the other person. So for Ilya to call Shane boring, it's that dependability. It's that like he's very predictable. He's very calm. He's very level-headed. He is so the opposite of, like the father and brother that he has grown up with in that house that was really unstable, like really volatile, very brash, very loud. And like his lifestyle is very chaotic. He's partying, he's like fast cars, like it's training, like he is a very chaotic person. So for Shane to be such a constant, predictable, calm person, he like loves that. But then also, him calling Shane boring is him essentially saying, "You're adorable. Like, look at you, fold your clothes." Like, he loves it, and you see it from episode 1. So, and it's the reverse for Shane to Ilya. Of like, every time he says that he's an asshole, it's because he's enjoying that side of a person of the personality that he doesn't possess. It's this, like, you're so different to me, and why do I love it so much? And like, so no, not toxic to call Shane boring. Shane is boring. Shane will admit he's boring. Shane is, he eats the same meals, he drinks the same drink, he folds his clothes, he wears the same clothes, he likes his routine, he reads before bed. So like he's just very, he's about that calm life. He would never call himself excited. He probably does not see the word boring as an insult either. He probably is like, yeah, I am a bit boring. So for Ilya to say he's boring is Ilya being like, I see you, and I fucking like it. I accept it, and I want more of it, and I like kissing prickles. And Shane calls Ilya an asshole. Ilya is more of an explosive character. He is a bit more of an unpredictable person. He is a partier. He is a bit more adventurous. So for Shane to use asshole as a term of endearment is Shane saying, I see you. I see who you are. And I love it. So that's my thoughts. Apologies for whatever side I took or didn't take there. I'll let know which one.
I'm pretty sure that was for
I don't
you.
know. No, I never said Shane is boring. Well,
no, I think
you
did. I think you said once that you didn't enjoy that Shane calls Ilya an asshole, like it's a good thing, and Ilya calls Shane boring. You had previously said that was toxic.
But I do agree in the that him saying boring is just a way to say I love you.
Oh yeah, like it's 100%. And again, I think that the connotations of the word boring that normally be applied is not applicable. I think it's what Kirsty said. He's saying you're boring, but he means you're stable, you're dependable. Like I can predict you. In all of the relationships that I have at home, I can't fully predict how they're going to hurt me next. I can't fully predict their behavior, but I can predict yours, and that's boring, and I love it. And I do think for somebody that has like all of these, Shane is very. I have analyzed the rules of social situations so that I can prepare how I will react to those social situations within the rules that I have perceived. And to see Ilya so blatantly flout those rules, and people still love him. Like some people hate him. If you support a rival team, you hate Ilya Rosanov. But if you support the Boston Raiders, you love him. Like, people call him an asshole all the time, but they say it with a smile on their face. And so I think Shane finds it really fascinating that he's made it his mission to follow the rules of society, to learn them and follow them so that he can be accepted. And Ilya flouts every single one of them and he is still accepted. And I just think he finds that so interesting. Zara's favourite moment is the Russian girl saying he's hot and he's raging. She means Svetlana.
I don't know. That part when Svetlana says that Shane is hot.
I think so. I think it's when Ilya's watching Shane's cottage documentary.
Yeah.
Ilya calls Shane boring, Svetlana calls him hot, and yeah, Ilya is raging that happened. Okay, that's an interesting favourite moment in an episode that is packed so chock full of yeah.
I do think it's an interesting part because it's like it's part of her figuring it out.
It's not part of her seeing it. Yeah. In an episode that is so chock full of moments, I just think that's such a random one. It's so random that I was like, what
It's so
Russian
random,
girl?
like,
There is no unnamed Russian girl because she's not unnamed. She's called Svetlana.
Well, fair enough.
Do you know, I think this backs up my theory. I said at the beginning that me and Kirsty got absolutely obsessed with this show, and you and Sarah were like, we like it, but we can move on with our lives. And I was like, it's that you didn't understand it. And I think since we've done this podcast, 4 episodes in, I think you're coming around. I think after this, you're probably going to watch it again. And when you watch it again from start to finish, I think you're going to be like a little bit more invested than you were.
Maybe.
Episode 1.
Maybe.
And I hope Zara does the homework. Because I do not want to hear Russian women when you mean Svetlana ever again.
That I completely agree. In the bad books, sorry, the bad books.
Yes. So, okay, in this episode, we have been feral, hopeful, heartbroken, devastated. Yeah, this man doesn't ever let us, never gives us a single moment of peace. Is it, based on episodes 1 to 4, is it your favourite so far?
I would say so. To now, definitely episode 4 can be one of my favorites.
Your favourite is episode 3, isn't it?
I do like episode 3. But only because of one character that is not even part of the game of the hockey thing.
It's Kip, by the way.
It's Kip. I do love Kip. I will die for Kip. Ilya and Shane, this is definitely the best. And they are doing what I want them to do, which is talk, even though it ends with
I think you're crazy. The whole thing in this episode is they're trying to communicate, but they still suck at it.
They do suck at, but that's something. There's something. I just feel like there's hope for them.
God loves to try it.
I really feel like this show gave us a lot, and then it also gave us first time where Shane is trying to understand more about him, not even on purpose. It's just something that will come because he decided to date Rose.
Yeah, this moment is definitely the catalyst for everything that comes next. And the resolution that we get eventually doesn't happen without all of the heartbreak that happens in episode 4. So I guess we have to be heartbroken but grateful at the same time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sticking with us. If you've made it to the end, well done, because we yapped a lot in this episode. We would love if you would come back next week. We're covering episode 5 of Heated Rivalry, I'll Believe in Anything. To make sure that you get notified, please do all the things. Click the bell wherever you're listening now so that you get notified the next time we drop an episode. And if you could, we would adore you if you followed us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Threads at Yap Island Pod. You can also find me at Amanda is Obsessed. Where can we find you, Antonia?
Antonia is the drama.
Antonia is the drama. Okay, we will see you then. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.